Hey guys, this is Camfrey15, joined by my co-host, the Red Wolf, and we are back at it with another Dragon Quest Adventure of Die review. Sorry we're getting this out late. One, I was watching my Los Angeles Clippers preseason game. This man over here to my left, let's just say, he wasn't able to access it earlier.
And I also like to point out, since we're exposing each other, Cameron couldn't say 2 out of 3.
What is that supposed to mean?
Forget it. I'm not gonna say no more. It's something inappropriate.
Okay. Anyways, this is Dragon Quest Adventure of Die, episode 11. And what a good episode here. We got some development from Hyunckel. I don't even know how they were saying his name in Japanese. It was like a quick way they said it so fast. I'm like, wait, how do you say it again?
Hyunckel? I don't know.
Right. That's why I need this show to have an English dub so I can understand how to say these names. I would like to have an English dub, but hey, if we don't get an English dub, it's fine. But I know it's going to be happening. It should happen. Anyways. This is a fight where, let's just say, Hyunckel kind of wrecks shop on all of them. Like, they stand no chance. But then, we'll talk about it later, who shows up. So, anyways, the episode starts off with where we last left off from last week. Dai tried to use a Von Strauss, but it has no effect on him. Or, he kind of blocks it with ease. Jesus, I don't care! Sorry. Clippers up. Anyways, Hyunckel says, I can't use air slash, essentially. And, one, it's the greatest Avon, style slash technique you can learn. And essentially, when you master all air, earth, and water slashes, you can use Von Strauss's ultimate power, which I guarantee you is probably OP as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jesus. Now, okay. He does a Von Strauss back at Die, and yeah, he really wrecks his shit. He not only breaks his freaking shield, he kind of sends him flying.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's eventually Pop and Mom get involved in this, but they're now matched for him as well. And that's when he says, okay, I think playtime's enough. I think it's time to bring out the big guns. And he speaks about his supreme armor that Dark King Vern gave him. And essentially, it says, when I wear this armor, I can repel any and all of your magic attack spells, essentially. So, tell the audience how he dons this very supreme armor.
Like how he does it?
Well, what is it from?
It's from... What is it from? The...
Just watch the episode, my guy. Come on!
What's it called? I forgot what's it called.
His sword.
Oh, the name of it, man.
You don't need the exact name. You can just say his sword.
Sword, whatever. Got it from his sword. Ugh.
Do we really have to get his sword down? His name sword down? I don't want to be too accurate, but just say his sword. But anyways, it forms around his sword. His sword is his armor, which is pretty badass, actually. I never would have thought of that. But yeah, so Mom and Pop actually try to do frizz on him, and he tells no lies. It does no damage to him, and they're honestly screwed. Now, at least the one good thing about Hyunckel is he's willing to beat up dudes, but what is one thing we find out that is we can actually say we kind of respect him for it? Just a teeny bit.
He doesn't hit women. He doesn't kill women.
What were your thoughts when he said that? Because I was like, oh, at least he's respectable for women's sakes.
I'm still worried about Leona. What happened to her?
I don't know. Yeah. Now, Mom asks, in this fight, mid-fight, she asked him like, "Yo, why are you trying to kill us? We're Avon students like you were. Why do you hate Avon so much?" And essentially, this is when we get his backstory. Would you mind to tell him about his back? Well, he says that Avon killed his dad, and I'm like, okay, hold on. And this is before we get the backstory. I'm like, his dad? I'm like, oh, wait a second. How did he kill his dad? His dad would be human then. Go into the backstory, my friend.
That's what I would. My thoughts was that he was adopted by Lord Hadlar. No.
Oh, that's what I also thought too. I'm like, wait, is he the son of Hadlar?
No, but we were wrong. He was pretty much like he was a child when a skeleton took him in. What was his name again?
Bartos.
Yeah, Bartos, a skeleton soldier, like pretty much took him in and raised him as his own. He took him to like the Dark Lord's territory and all that stuff, and pretty much gave him that love that Hyunckel or Hyunckel, whatever you pronounce his name, like should have. And until that one day that Avon, aka the hero, invaded their turf, and that's the last time that Hyunckel saw his adopted father.
Yeah. Very sad backstory. And when they call her to Die even says he's like me, with Grandpa Brass and everything, which I think is also another reason why he kind of hesitated later on in the battle too, or why he didn't want to quote unquote get mad later on in the battle, because he sees he and Nickel at like him. So anyways, we go on, and they cut back to the present, and he's like, you see, listen, I guess I can talk about what happens next. In his backstory. So what happens next is after he sees his deceased father turn to ashes, literally, Avon essentially picks him up. Now, Avon thought at first, he was just some straight child they captured and stuff like that. But as Hyunckel says, like, I knew he was the hero, and after that, I hated him. And then that's when it cuts back to the present. He's like, well, now, I guess I'm gonna have to use a move that I was planning on using it to kill my master. And he uses his move, which is honestly similar to that one Kirito move he does in Alicization. Well, the positioning of the sword, I guess you can say, if you watch SAO. Anyways, he uses a move called Bloody Scribe, which, let's just say, that would have killed somebody. Because it left, like, I wouldn't say a crater, but holes in the rubble. And Die and Pop just barely escaped that attack. So yeah. And the crazy thing is, we get to another flashback during their training, during Hyunckel's and Avon's training. My God, I'm sorry, that name is so hard to say. And this is when Hyunckel tells Avon, like, yo, I am the son of Bartos, that skeleton man you killed in the Dark Army and stuff like that. And this dude, and the reason why that's all brought up is because Avon's like, you've kind of graduated my course and you're strong, and I just sensed like so much malice and anger coming off your blade and stuff like that. And that's when he goes into, that's why I have so much, of that feeling, because I hate you because you killed my father. And he tried to do Bloody Scribe on Avon all the way back then. He was really trying to kill this man.
Mm-hmm. And Devon acted out of impulse and accidentally knocks him into the roof. Or, yeah.
Yeah. And that's when Mr. Vern essentially saves him or retrieves him and takes him back to the Dark Kingdom to essentially make him grow. And that's how his hatred even grew even more and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, it cuts back to the present. And that's when Mom kind of tries to take things into her own hands and stuff like that. She uses this, I guess you can say, magic spell called what Hyunckel says is Dazzle, and it essentially looks like it's some sort of, actor image type of trick where you're supposed to mess with your mind. It's like one of those type of techniques you see people do in other forms of media or anime, where it's like a whole sort of magic trick to make you like, oh, I'm not here. You just see a bunch of fake people and stuff like that. But Hyunckel literally reads this out easily because he can sense it coming a mile away. And he doesn't particularly want to hurt girls or hit girls or do anything to women unless really provoked. And here he kind of knocks Mom out and she's down for the count for the rest of the episode and stuff like that. Now Dai actually, he finds, he's thinking, he's got to have a weakness. And that's when he realizes, because he does frizz on him, he realizes that his weakness is the fact that if you can probably hit his bare skin, which is the little crease of his skin you can see in his helmet. And actually, fun fact, he literally ripped the top part of his helmet and made another sword out of it. So, listen, I just gotta say this. This guy's badass.
Yes, he is.
Anyways, he does, and also, I'm trying to remember. That stretchy type sword there's another anime that, was that Fire Force that did it?
I think so.
With the sword that stretches out like that?
I think you're also referring to Chivalry of the Pale Knight as well. That one guy who pretty much has that sword called Orochimaru.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think that's what I was thinking it from. Yeah. Nice callback to that. Yeah. Anyways, Dai sees that maybe hitting his skin is a weakness because you can't hit his armor with magic spells and really damage it that bad. Maybe try hitting his exposed skin. Dai does a frizz spell, but he just barely misses him. And I don't know if Hyunckel gave the impression that, oh, I guess you read on to me, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Anyways, Hyunckel goes on the attack and starts to beat Dai up some more. And Pop is seeing this and he's like, Dai! Because he remembers the fact that he unleashed his crest against Crocodine and the other pastime. And he's like, Dai, get angry, like, how Gohan's supposed to get angry back in the day. And he's like, get angry, Dai, get angry! But Dai kind of is hesitating. And I think the reason why he hesitates here is because he sees Hyunckel like himself, a guy raised by a dark territory person. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, this is when Hyunckel gets the upper hand and uses this other spell called Dark Puppetry Aura Hand. And essentially, it uses dark aura to bind an opponent, and essentially he's making Dai his puppet. And he's going to try to kill him in this. He actually does make a mention, this attack, or this spell... Hold on a second, guys. Alright, sorry guys for that quick interruption. Anyways, yeah, he actually says this spell is supposed to be used for corpses, which is very disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. Now, he's about to try to do another what was it? Bloody Scride. But would you want to tell us who comes in for the save? Who you probably, which I didn't expect. I did not see that coming. I was like, what?
I did not see that coming. Crocodile himself took the hit and stopped them from attacking Dai.
Bro, I saw this. I was like, holy crap! What the hell is going on here?
No idea.
Do you want to explain the crocodile part, or do you want me to do it so we can finish off this
Go on ahead.
Anyways, crocodile gets in the way and protects Dai, and essentially tells him to escape. He's like, listen, my bird friend will carry you somewhere to take you to safety. But then Pop's like, but what about Mom? We just can't leave her. And he's like, Crocodile's like, listen, Hyunckel won't attack her or won't hurt her or won't even kill her because he's not like that. That's his character. So he won't do anything to harm her. So she will be fine. So what happens is eventually the bird comes down, takes Dai and takes Pop, flies them away. And this is when we get an interesting conversation between Hyunckel and Crocodile. And Hyunckel's like, why are you doing this? Why are you helping them? You're a member of the Dark Army. You're a member of our Dark Army, which he says "our," and that's when Crocodile's like, you said our Dark Army. You really never wanted to fight with the Dark Army to begin with, or you never fought for the Dark Army. The reason why you fought is to kill humans, which is a very interesting statement there, because he's trying to tell Hyunckel here, like, listen, the reason why I'm doing this is because, the reason why I'm protecting Dai and his friends is because he and his friends showed me that humans are compassionate, caring people. And when I heard that line, I was like, because if you try being in our world, I don't think that's true. Because right now in our nation, we have actual idiots trying to succeed this damn country, for crying out loud. Because, the election, my guy Trump, shut up! There's more assholes in this damn country than I ever seen in my damn life. And I'm sorry, they're acting like all babies talking about some stupid voting hoax. I know I don't mean to get political, but listen, when Crocodile said that, I'm like, if it was in today's world, trust me, you'd probably be one of the most hated men alive. You'd probably be discriminated because you're a monster.
Probably.
So, hey, I wish in some sort of perfect world we all loved each other like brothers and sisters. But let's be honest, that's all fake.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, I'm not wrong, am I?
I guess not.
There is a lot of hatred in this world. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Anyways. Yeah. He says that, and it made him realize that they're, strong, creatures and stuff like that. And essentially, Hyunckel's like, you're fucking lying. Do not tell me this BS. And he stabs him some more, and he actually sees, Hyunckel actually sees the tears of Crocodile. And he's kind of blown back. He's like, why is this mother effer crying for him? And stuff like that. And essentially, Crocodile's trying to show Hyunckel, listen, it's okay to be human. It's okay to like them. They're not that bad at people, and plus you're a human yourself, so you can start. And, I guess before he, croaks or hits the basket, he says, when he dies, he hopes to be reborn as a human, which was a very interesting line. What did you think about the whole conversation with him and Hyunckel?
Well, I didn't know Crocodile had such thoughts in him, and and hopefully one day Hyunckel will open his eyes, I guess.
Well, seems like next week he'll be fighting Dai and Pop, so maybe we'll see that happen. Now Hyunckel kind of stabs him one more time, And he's like, you may have your armor, but your internal body is still cut up and not have been fully recovered from your, fight with Dai. He eventually kind of lets him go and stabs him some more and just walks away. And I'm guessing we're led to believe that, I guess, Crocodine is somewhat not dead, but I don't know how he is alive after that. Like, his entire body was like bloodied up and stuff like that.
I don't.
He's probably not dead, just probably badly wounded. But I don't see how Hadlar's gonna take this so kindly. And I think when they find out, oh yeah, guess what our good old boy Crocodine did? Oh yeah, he protected the one guy who we were trying to kill. So in other words, he's probably gonna die sooner rather than later anyway. So he kind of, so after that, Hyunckel's like, he has this one little, I guess, right-hand man type of dude who looks like the scrawny little bitch, like every other right-hand man can be. I totally forgot that guy's name. I'm sorry. It just looks like that. He looks like a zombie from what I remember, though. He essentially is like, get the girl and put her in a freaking cell and lock her up. Because Hyunckel's like, if I keep her alive, they'll come after. I know Dai and Pop will come back and try to retrieve her. So I'll just be essentially sitting on my chair waiting for them. We cut back over to Dai and Pop, and this old man comes out of, he pops his head. I was looking down at their little crater. He's like, are you Dai? And that's where the episode ends off, and Dai's wondering how the old man knows his name. So it seems like next week this old man's going to train Dai and Pop, and they're going to be having the next fight with Hyunckel. So it was a really good episode. Really good episode. I like the Hyunckel backstory and more in depth with his character.
Yes, indeed. And I also like the conversation between him and Crocodile.
Yeah, I did too. But it was another good episode of Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai. This is definitely going into fall 2020's ending in the coming weeks. But this series, I don't know how many episodes we're going to make, maybe 25. I don't know how long this series is going to be. But this series is definitely going to be going into winter anime 2021. Oh my god, will things hopefully be better? Because I need it. Hopefully, this show isn't on this show's going to be on a Friday, but hopefully there are other animes that aren't coming out on frickin' Fridays. So, they're jam-packing my Fridays, because thank goodness, because trust me, they mess up my days in terms of reviewing anime. Danmachi starts off my day. I reviewed that, and next week is the season finale. Fire Force Season 2 just ended. Tonikawa is about to end, I think, next week. Oh, I'm like, thank God some of these anime that come out on Friday are ending. But then again, I just remembered. There might be some other animes that come out on Friday. I don't even know. I gotta check their dates. Like ReZero, Part 2, Season 2. Dr. Stone! Oh my god, quintessential quintuplets! Yes, I know. I love that show. Really funny. I would say if that was I will be reviewing that if you like quintessential quintuplets. But I was just thinking of like, if I was reviewing that show right now, I would probably say, put in the comment section, who's your best sister? Who's the best sister out of the all? But anyways, this is not quintessential quintuplets. This is Dragon Quest. Anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode, as well as your thoughts on Hyunckel's backstory and that discussion he had with Crocodine. As well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Quest content, as well as any other anime I review on the show. I'm still thinking about it, but since some animes might not be airing in the next 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, for a while that I watch, we might do a certain scientific railgun season 1 review. Depends on how we feel, but I think that might be a done deal. So
Might.
yeah, might. That's a big might. But yeah, anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night or day whenever you're checking this video out. Until then, guys, hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. And yeah, so till then, guys, have a great rest. Here. Peace.